Coming up on July 19th at Wembly Stadium, Wembley, United Kingdom, Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois will be unifying their total 4 titles to fight for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. This fight, no matter what you think about Daniel Dubois' previous situation with Parker, or Usyk having a third rematch with a heavyweight contender, is still probably one of the most highly anticipated and grand fights one could make in boxing today. Yes, I definitely want to see Oleksandr Usyk fight someone new besides a Daniel Dubois that he handedly beat in their first fight. However, Daniel Dubois now is world champion. He defended that title successfully against Anthony Joshua, previously believed to be in the top 3 heavyweight ranking. And Dubois has been on a pretty good run of form. A run of form that I believe in less fights rivals that of Parker. And although a fight with Parker really would have been a good eliminator for this fight, I'll take this fight nonetheless. Dubois destroyed Anthony Joshua, bulldozed through Filip Hrgović, and overcame adversity against Jarrell Miller. Now, I do sound like I may be a wholehearted and biased Dubois supporter, but Dubois has gone on a journey that is admirable, and he has shown that he can truly be a force in the ring. On the other hand, I do not believe Oleksandr Usyk, the 23-0, 14 KO heavyweight world champion, needs much of an introduction. He has the same height as Muhammad Ali of 6'3", a reach of 78 inches, and currently hails as the best heavyweight and possibly best fighter in the world. He made the jump to heavyweight all the way back in 2019, 6 years ago, against Chaz Witherspoon, and since then has beaten 4 total fighters who have all arguably been in the top 15 heavyweight rankings and who have made their waves in the division. Usyk, in his cruiserweight run, beat some of the best cruiserweights to ever live, such as Maris Briedis, Murat Gassiev, and Tony Bellew. And also Marco Huck. Can't forget about him. And so we come head on to a heavyweight clash that I'm extremely excited for. Now, this too is a rematch. And this date, the date of the heavyweight undisputed fight, also has many other big fights. It's an exciting weekend, and on Sunday, I'll be reveling in the results of what may happen. But let's actually get on to the prediction here. Oleksandr Usyk is 38 years old, and he is someone who has taken a lot of wear and tear in his career. And this is something that also makes him an even better fighter in legacy. He's fought Tyson Fury twice, Anthony Joshua twice, Tony Bellew, Murat Gassiev, Maris Briedis. Do I have to go on? And Usyk still believes that he has enough fight left in him to go for 2 more. Daniel Dubois, on the other hand, is the young, hungry lion, wanting to truly set the stage for the next generation of heavyweights, to become the marquee fighter in the division, and to become the undisputed champion. Dubois currently is the underdog, but should he really be, is the question. Dubois' wins, his last 3 wins are his best. And before the Usyk fight, his only really notable win is Kevin Lorena. He does have the loss to Joe Joyce, in which he arguably quit. Now, he quit for a more valid reason than his absence in the first Oleksandr Usyk fight, where he actually quit. Like, that was a clear and cut quitting moment. And in terms of raw skill, Oleksandr Usyk is far superior. In terms of power, Daniel Dubois obviously is the much harder hitter. In terms of speed, I believe they're relatively... No, I believe Oleksandr Usyk is a faster fighter and has much better reflexes. And aside from this, Oleksandr Usyk actually moves his head and has a much better defense than Daniel Dubois. The question is, first, will Usyk be able to have the reflexes of a cruiserweight in this fight? Usyk is 38 years old, and 38 is most often known to be the age where most fighters seem to have their swan song. Muhammad Ali got beaten at 38 years old. Mike Tyson got beaten at 38 years old. Floyd Mayweather retired with a record of 49-0-0 at the age of 38. And although he had a Conor McGregor fight, I don't really count that in terms of his holistic professional legacy. Now, there are fighters that don't retire at 38, but 38 has been a golden number for old fighters. So, Usyk is now at that age. And as a heavyweight, this age might not be as old as it seems. Joe Joyce is, I believe, 40. Zhilei Zhang has stamina issues and it shows, but he too is still going strong in the ring. Deontay Wilder said he would make a comeback. But what all three of these fighters have in common is that they all have shown signs that they truly are old and that Father Time is dominating them in the ring. Daniel Dubois does not at all have this problem. He does not really have wear and tear, and he has just entered his prime. The other important topic to discuss when regarding this rematch is the low blow. Was it a low blow? Yes. I'm going to plainly say it. And those who do not believe it was a low blow, somewhat understandable. It looked like Usyk's pants were high. But then individuals made it seem like Usyk's recovery time was bad and that he should have gotten up faster and, that the low blow was actually fair. And what I will say is the low blow was on the precipice, the line between fair and unfair. But it was unfair. And what I will say is, if someone is to get hit by an uppercut from Daniel Dubois and it's low, taking more than 5 minutes to recover would be ideal. Daniel Dubois is one of the hardest hitters, if not maybe the hardest hitter right now in boxing. Getting a low blow from Daniel Dubois is no joke. And in this case, Dubois' team has insisted that the blow was legal. I do not believe so. And so, although Dubois may have improved, especially in his confidence, which I think is really the department in which he improved, I do not really think Dubois has improved in his power, speed, durability, boxing IQ, or really any physical attribute. Instead, Dubois has learned the mental game. He has developed a fortitude and a mental durability which has better solidified his confidence in the ring and his performances. If that is true, one asks, how much of a change will it be? Well, this time I do not believe Daniel Dubois is going to quit. And despite Usyk's dominance in the first fight, I believe that Daniel Dubois will definitely have many more moments in this fight than the last. But I believe that Oleksandr Usyk still has what it takes to fight at the top level. And so, based on this assessment, and based on the fact that Usyk always improves in his rematches, I, for my official prediction, have Oleksandr Usyk winning by a dominant, unanimous decision, where Dubois will have his moments, maybe win 2 to 3 to 4 rounds, but Usyk, in the end, as he always does in the later rounds, will smother Dubois and win the fight. Good luck to both fighters, and if Usyk is to win, he truly will go down as one of the greatest heavyweights in history, if not already reflected in his resume. This is Zachary Cloutier at Ringside.